Immediately following Mary's yes at the Annunciation, Luke describes Mary going in haste to visit her cousin Elizabeth. In those days, Mary set out and went in haste to a Judean town in the hill country, where she entered the house of Zechariah and greeted Elizabeth. When Elizabeth heard Mary's greeting, the child leapt in her womb, and Elizabeth was filled with the Holy Spirit. The meeting of Mary and Elizabeth points out the importance of genuine human encounter. It is not difficult to imagine Mary's need to be near someone who is also pregnant and who understands the changes she has begun to experience in her body. Given the religious, social, and cultural climate in which Mary lived, her unique pregnancy placed her in a precarious situation. It would be natural for Mary to turn for understanding to Elizabeth, who likely had known years of shame and disgrace because of her inability to conceive a child. As Barbara Reed puts it in her book, Choosing the Better Part, Mary and Elizabeth witness to us that God is able to bring holiness and good from even the most apparently shameful situations. The Holy Spirit is to be found in the midst of the messiness of painful human plights. Luke's story of Mary's visit to Elizabeth presents these two women as persons in their own right, valued for who they are, women of faith, hope, and vision. What difference would these children make in their lives? Imagine these pregnant women, attentive to life stirring within, encouraging each other, questioning what will happen, sharing the incomprehensibility of these events, and returning often to the call to trust that in the words of Luke's Gospel, nothing will be impossible with God. Two pregnant women, open, attentive, and receptive to the Spirit's action in their lives, recognize that God has visited both of them. Elizabeth and Mary helped each other to see and to stand in the mystery of God pervading their beings. The visitation, whether or not we have physically conceived and given birth to a child, allows us to ponder moments in our lives when, in conversation with another, we have felt life stir deep within us, because two people, in truly meeting one another, have called forth all that is good in each other. In the meeting of Mary and Elizabeth, and the meeting of the two children in their wombs, we find the true meaning of mutuality. People recognizing and valuing the other, and acknowledging the unique call of each person and the important contribution each person can make. In such a climate, interdependence and reciprocity, which the gospel defines as giving without expecting anything in return, can flourish.